Good evening, Violent Community. Anthony up in Boston. Gambler 812. I'm here tonight to show support to my good friend Steve at Over All the World is a Stage. Now, Steve is running a contest where he wants to reach 750 subscribers. Now, I believe when he put this contest forward, he was at 749. So he asked the entire Violent community to start making videos, taking time out of their day. You know, he just couldn't get there fast enough. So what he wants us to do in this video is he wants us to explain why Sam St. John, one of the nicest guys in the vinyl community, should not receive any more VCLT from Steve. Steve has been known to send Sam numerous amounts of VCLT, and a few members of the violent community do think that Steve needs to stop all of these antics and leave poor Sam alone. But in the meantime, Steve wants us to give him praise on why he should not stop sending Sam VCLT. And to be honest with you all, I myself have fell victim to sending Sam St. John some VCLT. I was a new channel at the time. I thought it was a vinyl community requirement. If you had a channel, you sent VCLT to Sam St. John. I just thought it was the thing to do. I really can't talk bad about Sam St. John, Steve. I really can't. The kid is as fresh as ivory snow. Does nothing wrong. The only thing that I can say bad about Sam St. John is his love for Little Caesars Pizza. As an Italian, Sam, why don't you just put me up against the back wall here and kick me square in the balls? Seriously. Sam is also a very liked member of the vinyl community. He's on lots of live streams. He has many friends within the community. Sam even goes on live streams by himself. But if you really take a deep look at Sam's solo live streams, the poor kid is constantly looking down into the comment area to see if Steve has stalked him and followed him to the live stream. The poor kid is shooken, Steve. What are you doing to this poor guy? So, Steve, I got to be honest with you. Sam called me, and he wanted to know if I could help him out. He wanted to know if I could make some phone calls. He wanted to know if I could have a hand in having you ease up on the VCLT in the constant stalking of his channel. And to be honest with you, Steve, I did tell Sam, that I do not want to get involved. I'm friends with both of you. Can't you both make this work? I don't do that type of stuff. And, just please kindly leave me out of it. But the poor kid, he's torn. He does not know what to do. The VCLT, it's just constant, Steve. So I told Sam, I said, listen, leave me out of it. I can't do this. I can't be involved. Steve has been a great guy to me. He's very generous to me, and he's a very generous member of the violent community. So, I told Sam, you just gotta move on. Leave me out. But within the next few days, I started receiving phone calls from the Tom Petty fan club. They're nervous. They're worried about Sam's safety. A few days after that, I received an email from the John Prine community. They were asking me to help out poor Sam. And my answer was still no. I answered both the Petty fan club and the John Prine community. Please continue to leave me out. I can't do this. I'm friends with both, so I can't do that. But it wasn't until I got a written letter from the Mount Union Church of the Brethren telling me that during one of their bake sales, the pastor made it known to everyone on hand that poor Sam was being stalked and that all proceeds from current bake sale would go into keeping Sam St. John safe from Steve. So I sort of had enough. Like, that was the final straw, Steve, in Vinyl Community. Like, I just could not take my phone blowing up, my email getting blown up, and now I'm getting written letters from a community offering their bake sale funds to keep this poor kid safe. So the more and more that I thought of Steve's oddball behavior, I remembered that Steve recently sent me some VCLT. And if you go back into my video, you will see that Steve included a very touching note that I decided to keep between me and Steve and not read it on air because it really meant a lot to me. But upon further review of that note, I need to show the VC what this prick actually said to me. Here's the record he sent me. Here's the note. This was included with my VCLT. Hey, brother, the greatest thing about the VC is the people you meet and become friends with. And you are one of the great ones. Don't let it go to your head, though. You're no Sam St. John. I don't make shit up, Vinyl Community. There it is right there in black and white. So, he even had to talk about Sam St. John in a package and a letter that was mailed out and addressed and written for me. So now I know why this contest is called This Fucking Guy. Here are a few other examples of how Steve's strange behavior has affected everybody around him. Number one, when Steve goes food shopping to pick up his dried cranberries, his various flavored teas, and we can't forget his almonds, the entire store stops in their tracks and says, ugh, look at this fucking guy. Example number two. When Steve walks into the bank, the tellers, they all know he's a pain in the ass to deal with. What do they say amongst themselves? Ugh, which one of us has to deal with this fucking guy today? Perfect example. Example number three, and this one's going to hit us all. Even Steve's local record store owner, he feels the same way about Steve. When Steve walks in, he says to himself, ugh, this fucking guy again. He already bought every damn box set in my store. What the fuck does he want now? So Steve, upon further review, and I woke up this morning and I said to myself, wow, the balls on this fucking guy. So you know what, Sam? I'm going to grant you your wish. I am going to call one of my problem solvers. I gave my cousin Bruno a call. Bruno is on his way over here right now as we speak. He's coming over here to chat, and I'm going to give him Sam St. John's phone number, and Bruno is going to find this fucking guy. Bruno's here now. Vinyl Community. My cousin Anthony had to step out for a little bit. He had to run an errand for me. I'm Bruno. I'll be taking care of this VCLT situation moving forward. Be settled in no time at all. So before Anthony left, he gave me a heads up on what was going on. And what he told me to do was basically take a look around this vinyl community, ask a few questions to a couple of Sam's friends and Steve's friends, and see what type of info I can get out of these people. So I'm going to give Sam a call and let him know what I found. Hi, Sam. Bruno. Yeah. Yeah, my last name don't matter. Yeah. Okay, so I looked around this vinyl community of yours, Sam, and it's pretty fucking frightening. Yeah, it's not pretty at all. Yeah, I see a bunch of booze bags and a bunch of nerds. No, hey, you're choosing to live this lifestyle, so all right. Yeah, so I ended up I checked out a few channels. First channel that I checked out was your buddy Alex from Bear and Vinyl. Yeah, no, Alex, nice guy. As soon as I walked in, I introduced myself. He came up to me and started going, "What's up? How you doing?" Pointing his finger in my face, offering me PBRs all over the place. Yeah, no, he wouldn't let me leave, though. He wouldn't let me leave until I listened to Die Hard the Hunter from Def Leppard. Said it was his favorite song. Yeah, no, Alex, he gave me nothing. Good guy, though. Good friend of yours. I would hold on to Alex. Yeah, I made my rounds after that. Next, I went over to Trevor at Flat Round and Spun. Yeah, he's I guess he's Seattle based. Yeah, no, Trevor's great. I liked Trevor a lot. Trevor kept his mouth shut. Nah. I couldn't get a word in edgewise with this dude. Yeah, nothing but stories about Detroit for at least an hour. Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about Trevor. Trevor's a good dude. Yeah, there was a few more I went. Next spot I went over to go see MGK Boston. Mike. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a weird situation. I have some connections in Boston, so I kind of figured that, by speaking with Mike, this would be over in 2 seconds. I'd get to the bottom of this crazy VCLT situation of yours quickly. But I got some concerns about Mike. No, nothing like that. But loaded with country music. Walked in. He offered me to sit down, surrounded by weird little figurines littered all over his room. Yeah, the strangest thing about that dude is before I left, he asked me where I was going. I told him where I was going. Then he asked me to send him a postcard. Yeah. The one good thing about Mike is that that cat Colton, man, I'm going to have to put him on the payroll. He's lethal. Yeah, there's one more channel that I headed over, and my cousin Anthony talked really highly about this guy. Yeah, Physical Format, Rock and Roll. Gary. Yeah, no, so Anthony really pumped up Gary. Told me how much he really liked this guy and how cool he was. And he was right. Gary's absolutely amazing. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, Gary likes his beer. He likes his superheroes. But to sum up Gary he's one of those guys, man. He's just an older dude that's so cool that he constantly has an entourage around him. He always has, you know, people wanting to be around him. I could hang with Gary. I like Gary. I had a fun time hanging out with Gary. I hear you. Yeah, no. So after I headed over and spoke with Gary, I got nothing out of this vinyl community. They basically wouldn't give me anything about Steve's location or any info at all pertaining to this VCLT situation. So, you know, Sam, you got to give me like a better visual of what I'm looking for when it comes to Steve. I can't be looking all over this vinyl community for in all the world's a stage coaster and coffee mug set that this guy sends to everybody. No, I get it. No, yeah, this guy Steve, he seems very generous. I mean, he's sending out all this VCLT to an entire community that he doesn't even know. Yeah. No, I'm gonna take another peek. I'm looking around now as I am on the phone with you, and it's just this VC's kind of frightening. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Is it bald? Steve bald? What about glasses? Dark glasses? Sometimes red, blue? No, these are dark glasses. Wait a minute. Would he be wearing a t-shirt that says the only thing better than Sweden is a Swedish redhead? Is this guy for fucking real? I got him. I got him. Who do I got? I got this fucking guy. All right, VC. That's my little skit. I can't talk good enough about my friend Steve and my friend Sam St. John. As you know, I speak to them outside the VC. And I consider both of them friends of mine. Everyone that I mentioned in this video, I consider friends of mine with personality and humor. And that's the one thing I can honestly say about this vinyl community is look at what we have done for you, Steve and Sam. I'm dressed up. Gary posted an unbelievable video. Brian, embryonic robot, fantastic. I can go on and on of how this community comes together in support for each other's channels. And I just want to say that, Steve, I already know you're past 750. You're going to be at 1,000. You're going to be at a dime really soon. And it's well deserved, dude. I hope I made both you and Sam smile, laugh, chuckle a little bit, as well as the vinyl community, especially the channels that I included in my little skit here. I hope nothing but the best for all of you. And let's get Steve to 750. Better yet, let's get him to 1,000. He deserves it. Take care, VC. Have a good night.